Hi guys, welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today we're gonna take leeks from the garden and make leek and potato soup. Let's go.
So obviously the first step was to go out to the garden and grab some leeks. Now my leeks are not fully grown yet, so I picked quite a few of these baby leeks, and you really need to wash leeks really well because they kind of get grit and sand in their layers. So I chopped off the root end and the kind of leafy end, and then I really rinsed them thoroughly. Most of the time when they're bigger, I slice them in half lengthwise and wash each layer out by itself. So then I just slice these up into small slices. They kind of look like green onions at this point, and I just stuck them in a bowl for later. I also picked some bay leaves while I was outside because they were there. And then I went ahead and washed and really scrubbed about 20 small potatoes. I wasn't going to peel these, so you really do want to make sure you get all the dirt and gunk off of the skins. And then I cut them into about inch squares. I wasn't going to put these in the soup right away, so I did want to get them pre-chopped, but potatoes can oxidize and kind of turn brown. So I ended up just filling this bowl with water to cover the potatoes, and they were fine. I actually left them out for about 3 hours while the soup simmered, and none of them turned brown. I also decided I didn't have quite enough leeks and I was going to be lazy and not go back out to the garden, so I went ahead and grabbed a big Vidalia onion and peeled and diced it just to have a little bit more veg in my soup. You definitely don't have to do this, and I really should have just gone and grabbed more leeks, but it is what it is. It added a little bit different flavor. Leeks are oniony, but they're not exactly like an onion, so it was just a subtle difference in flavor. So I just stuck those in the leek bowl and then washed and dried my bay leaves just for later use, and then some we'll put in the soup. I love bay leaves. Finally, I peeled about 12 carrots. I think there's like 13 here, but you know, roughly half a bag of big carrots. I did want to peel these because they're store-bought, and then I topped and tailed them just because, you know, you always want to get the nasty stuff off. And then I sliced those into the same size pieces as my leeks and my potatoes and my onions, just so everything was a uniform size. You could slice these lengthwise and then slice them, but I just wanted rounds. Stuck those in a bowl for later, and now my prep was done. So final step before we get started is adding some bacon. Now this is thick cut bacon. I actually got it from Sam's Club, and it was kind of hard to cut, so, you know, sorry, I probably should have used a better knife, but I was being lazy. But this is going to give the potato and leek soup a really good flavor, so I'm tossing this into my pan with no extra oil or anything. This bacon had tons of fat in it, so I let that sizzle and render down, and you do want to kind of crisp it up and let it kind of brown. It'll just give you a really, really good flavor to your soup. Then I went in with my onions and my leeks, gave those a little stir, and added my carrots. To get these going and kind of like releasing their juices and cooking down a little bit faster, you can always add a pinch of salt, which is what I do right here. It just kind of helps draw out the moisture and just get them softer faster. And I also added about a tablespoon of black pepper. And then I let these just kind of cook until they were soft. I wanted to make sure that they were nice and kind of see-through. Then I finally added 2 liters of water. Really, you could do chicken stock, but I didn't have any, so I did water plus probably 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. So you could definitely add chicken stock or veggie stock or whatever you've got. And then I'm going to cover it, turn the heat down a little bit. Oh yeah, and add my bay leaves. I almost forgot. So I counted them so that later I can pull them out because you do not want to eat bay leaves. So I've got 5 bay leaves in there, so I know later I need to fish out 5 bay leaves. They're just really sharp and they're not pleasant to eat. So I let this sit on the stove for a couple of hours. I threw in some fresh thyme from the garden. I just ran out there real quick and grabbed some because it's still growing. And then when it was about an hour before we wanted to eat, I drained the water from my potatoes and added them to the pot. I didn't want my potatoes to get super mushy, which is why I waited to add them to the end. Here I am fishing out my bay leaves. I forgot before I added the potatoes, but I found them all. So with an hour left, I've added my potatoes, about a cup and a half maybe of heavy whipping cream. Yeah, it's probably about a cup and a half or 2 cups. I just kind of pour with my heart, guys. And then 2 big handfuls of shredded cheese. This is gonna make it just, oh, so good. So then I gave this a nice stir, and I let this kind of just simmer away on the stove for about an hour until the potatoes were soft and ready to eat. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.